the T-Birds and the Meteors. Almost. Just wait for a while. It won't be too long. Here we go. And it will be the president of the Churchill Blue Devils with the starting lineups. Here's Michael to lead us all off. And I do apologise firstly for the buzzing noise. And now we've got the national anthem, which is the flag is right of your TV screens or your radio dials. Actually, we've got the camera going to do that right now for us. There we go, everyone. Here, there is the Australian national anthem there, of course. Great rendition of it this time. And Andrew, the tension and the nerves out there for the players is starting to build as we head towards the tip-off in today's grand final between Moe and Traralgon.
Certainly is. The girls have been quite keen. They've been here in the stadium for the last probably about an hour and a half, warming up, running around, doing things, and it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Of course, Traralgon, the last championship they won was 4 years ago, and that was when they beat Kirrinborough at this very venue, of course, 4 years ago. And the Moe, they haven't won it, Andrew, since 1990, 25 years ago. And that was when both the team manager and the coach of Moe actually played. So that was the last time Moe won a championship. It's 25 years ago, 1990, actually. That was the year I was born, Andrew. So
I'm not going to comment on that, Will.
Should be a great game, no doubt about it. Of course, for our Smash FM listeners, you're probably wondering why we didn't broadcast the WNBL game, because we were actually here, setting up for tonight's game. But I can tell you that the Melbourne Boomers have upset the Dandenong Rangers at home by 12 points on the back of Rebecca Allen, who got signed for the New York Liberty, because she had 27 points test match with 13. And Laurie Cohn did not miss from downtown, 4 from 4 from downtown, and did not miss from the field. And she managed 18 points in that game.
So there was some news also about Tess Madgen, I understand.
Yeah, she's signed now with the Phoenix Mercury. She only signed up Friday. And of course, she'll be joined by two great players in Kayla Francis and Leonie Mitchell, which means, Andrew, that Erin Phillips and Penny Taylor spotted at the Mercury, or could be an Australian team out there at Phoenix.
Well, it could almost be an almost South Australian team there, because Erin Phillips, of course, South Australian, as is Tess Madgen, coming from Williamstown over there.
Yep. I'm pretty sure Kayla Francis also. So, don't know what's in the water in South Australia, but they certainly produce WNBA caliber players. Well, unfortunately, their Adelaide Lightning team have just gone like that in a hurry. And I tell you what, Adelaide have been in Canberra last week on the road, and then they beat Sydney at home, and then with Melbourne winning tonight, Melbourne has jumped from 6th position to 4th, and they've got Bendigo tomorrow.
Yeah, well, it sounds exactly like the Adelaide 36ers have done in the men's competition. They've now won the last 7 games straight, and they've gone from cellar dwellers to 4th place, and quite a solid 4th place on the ladder. So in both the men's and the girls' games, there's some interesting results, and certainly any team on any night can beat everyone else.
Well, we're about ready to go here in tonight's game. Some key players to watch out for in today's game in particular. Of course, for the Moe Meteors, Carly Mullen, Barry Coney, and I call a CMB just to make it easier on the broadcast. Of course, she'll be a major factor in today's game. It was Bree Anderson and Jess Shelley. So Bree Anderson and Demi Plunkett, I must say, will be the X factor in these two games. Of course, both of them can shoot from 3-point range. Both of them are very accurate too. So there will be those two teams, those two players to watch out for. And Jess Shelley will be a star because she's actually moved to Melbourne. Actually, I got told by Moe, so she actually now be moving to Melbourne, and she's resigning in the southeast. So it'll be interesting to see what team she'll be playing for in the Big V, or CBL for that case. And for the Traralgon T-Birds, watch out for Laura Joyce and Chelsea Delangelo. Most of our listeners would know from that stifling game at home to Madura in the Big V in the final series, when Chelsea Delangelo and Laura Joyce almost got them over the line, but not quite. Because the Pierce sisters are playing in today's game, Denny and Jamie Lee. It'll be interesting to see. Well, let's have a look at the lineups first. First with the Moe Meteors, the defending, the minor champs at the moment is Demi Plunkett, Danielle Davies, Jess Shelley, Alicia Horn, and CMB herself, Carly Mullen, Barry Coney. For Traralgon, it's Laura Joyce, Lisa Sexton. We've got Danny Pierce, as well as Kelly Burke. And we'll find out who's that player at the jump. I think that's Jamie Lee's Pierce as well. Yep, it is. So we're about set to go, and we're underway here, and it is the Traralgon Tubers with the first tip, and here they go. So this is Laura Joyce with the ball. And unfortunately, we've got a bit of a problem with the game clock already, and the shot clock. So far, Traralgon playing, because we have a couple of seconds on the shot clock. Here's the 2-ons played, and Lisa Sexton the backstone ring in, and it goes. So 2-0 here for Traralgon. Down we go now. This is Jess Shelley, brings it up here for the Moe Meteors. Right side, here's Horn, misses off the glass. Rebound now by Burke, and here comes, of course, Denny Pierce brings it up now for the Traralgon T-Birds. Drives that back to left. Here's a 3 on the way by Jamie Lee Pierce, and has it missed. So 5-0 starts. So bad start for the Moe Meteors to get us underway. Here comes Moe with the ball, right side. Here comes Shelley. Drives around the baseline, backs it over the glass. It's 5-2 now the Traralgon. 9 minutes remaining here on the Watson Holden HD Bundoora scoreboard. This is the back to sleep first quarter. So, Pierce with the ball, with a jumper, short. Rebound now by Davies, who got stolen away here by Jamie Lee Pierce, who's been everywhere, who's missed the layup. Here they come, it's CMB with the ball. Now it's 1-on-1, but CMB stops back now. Here comes Davies on the right side now to Plunkett. Plunkett with the ball. Back to the top inside, and that's a great start there for CMB. And that puts a 4-4 lead the Traralgon. in the CBL Gippsland Conference Finals. 8.5 minutes remaining. Traralgon by 1. Here's Sexton with the ball. Right side, guarded by Horn. Bounce passes in line now to Burke. Swings it back to the top. This is Pearce. Now to Joyce. They've got about 3 seconds to go. Joyce misses. And Shelley with the rebound. And that's a shot clock violation on Traralgon. Here comes Moe. Shelley with a jumper. Misses. Rebound now by Sexton. And here they come now for the Traralgon T-Birds. With the score at 5-4. Joyce drives in. Swings it to the left to Burke. Back to the top now. It's Pearce. Sexton with a wide open 3. And bakes it home. Money in the bank there. It is 8-4 to Traralgon. And now Shelley with the ball. Bounce passes into Horn. Horn now to CMB. And there will be a foul against Traralgon. Basket waved off. It's on number 13. That is Jamie Lee Pearce, her first. Ball back into play here. Demi Plunkett. Swings it out now to CMB. Left side. Back out to Plunkett. In ball now to Shelley. He's been guarded by Joyce. That's going to be a key matchup. Here's Horn for 3 on the way. Short. Rebound now by Plunkett. Shot clock at 1. And a foul's been called with 1 second on the shot clock. So Traralgon's picked up 2 early fouls. Ball back in. Shelley! Short. And here we go. Down the other end. 8-4 score. 7.5 remaining. Sexton for 2. Short. And here they come for Shelley. Brings it up the court. Drives it in. Drives to the base. Back up the top. Here's Plunkett on the right side. Miss a deep 2. Rebound by Horn. Left side. Here we go. Horn misses. Oh, Plunkett down low. Misses. 2 early misses for Moe. And here comes Traralgon. Joyce with the ball. Now to Denny Pearce. Back to Jamie Lee. So Jamie Lee Pearce with the ball. Swings it to Joyce. 7 on the shot clock. Down to 5. Swings it in low to Burke. Turns it over. Here comes Plunkett with the steal. And here they come now for Moe. Goes to Davies. Burke almost got it. Tapped it out of bounds. It goes back to Moe. No, it is Traralgon ball. So Joyce with the ball. 8-4 start. Nervous start to both teams so far. 6.5 remaining. We'll tally Andrew Seabrook from the Leisure Centre here in Churchill. And great shot there by Jamie Lee Pearce. Inside the paint and banks it home. 10-4 lead to Traralgon. Moe with the ball now. Left side. Shelley with it now on the left. To CMB. Drives in. Fakes it. Misses that time. And Sexton with the ball. So this is how Moe's been starting most of their games. Haven't really got going in the offensive end. But I'm sure here's Traralgon for 3 that time by Pearce. No good. Rebound to Shelley. Shelley's picked up a couple of early rebounds here. Shelley decides to drive in. Misses. And that will be a foul on Shelley. That's her first team foul. 5.5 remaining. And Andrew, this game is starting at a furious pace.
Yeah, it's fairly quick. Look, I like the way that the Meteors are actually pushing the ball down the floor. They're trying to get some sort of transition game going there. T-Birds are at this stage are quite static in their offense. They're
Joyce with 2, bakes it home.
Quite prepared to just kick it around and wait until they get a shot. But having said that, they've been pretty devastating from outside, as you saw in that last shot there.
So Moe with the ball. They need to hit their outshot shot. CMB misses off the mark and rebound now by Joyce, and a foul's been called against Moe. And that is on Horn, her second team foul on Moe. And I tell you what, Andrew, Moe need to get a bit of a wiggle on, even though they have made huge comebacks at half times, but they can't do that in a grand final.
Yeah, 8-point difference. It's at this point in the first quarter, it's unless they can actually get something back fairly quickly, it's going to be very hard to pick that momentum up in the second.
Jess Shelley says, hey, let's talk about us now. I've hit a 3 from downtown.
And that's exactly what they need to do. A couple of quick buckets. A turnover just like that. And suddenly the complexion of the game changes.
Horn swings it inboard. Davies with 15-footer jumper. No good. Rebound now. And here comes Jennings up now. Here's a chance here for Pearce. 2 on the way. Banks it home and count the basket. So 14-7 now with 4:13 remaining here in this first quarter. And a timeout's been called. Timeout to Moe and Andrew. Good start by the T-Birds. They've hit their shots so far. And Moe just, well, they can keep shooting the way they're shooting. But I was to say most of those shots will probably fall in eventually.
Yeah, and that was probably the first time we saw them get the ball quickly down the floor and go to the basket, and it's paid off. As I said, all the rest of the time they've come down, they've settled it outside, they've just kicked the ball around. Again, not too much movement from their players at all, but they have shot extremely well from outside. Probably shooting at, what, 70-80% at this point.
Of course, 14-7 here. 4:13 remaining here at the Latrobe Leisure Centre in Churchill.
And the refs are coming to call them in.
Of course, I have to mention who our referees are in today's game. Nathan Campbellin and Tom Williams.
And it's good to see the ref coach, Mr. Garraway, is here today as well.
Fantastic to see.
Again, these are the sort of occasions which are fantastic for the not only the players but also the refs to get experience and take the next step up to the semi-pro leagues.
So missed the bonus and Traralgon with another rebound. No, a little bit loose. Didn't know what to do with that one, and Traralgon seems to chop it off, but this time they get it back. Bree Anderson has just come on the court, but just turned it straight over now to Pearce. Pearce with the ball, and an offensive foul has been called. That is Pearce's second now. Jamie Lee Pearce, a big factor in Traralgon's success to make it here in the first place, and she's got 2 early fouls, so big bonus for Moe. Of course, Jamie Lee Pearce played at Dandenong and, of course, Latrobe City as well. So Jess Shelley with the ball for Moe. Trailing by 7. Anderson back to Shelley, left side. Back to inside now. It is Davies. Now it's Shields. Bounce passes. It is a fadeaway jump for C&B. No good. A rebound now by Thornburn. So Thornburn with the ball. 3.5 remaining. Traralgon by 7. Here's a 3. You can't leave Laura Joyce open, but this time she's missed everything. Out it goes. Hopefully enjoying our coverage here. Simulcast on Smash FM and Falcons TV. Will Taylor, Andrew Seabrook from Latrobe Leisure Centre in Churchill as Josh Shelley missed everything. Tapped it back in by Shields. Great save. And then stepped out of bounds. I must say, Andrew, Moe is getting all the hustle plays, hustle and also some loose balls as well.
Yeah, they're getting some good steals. They're pushing the ball down. They're just not sinking the baskets.
Joyce with the ball. Of course, Chelsea Delangelo is about to come back into play here. Of course, she is a key factor for the Traralgon T-Birds. The foul's been called here. That is on Danny Pearce this time. No, it might be her first or second, I think. Might be her second because she's coming off. And Chelsea Delangelo comes on the court for Traralgon. Here's Jess Shelley with the ball. Swings it to the right now is Davies. Davies now for Moe. Bounce passes inboard to Shields with a fadeaway jumper. Bakes it home. So 14-9 now. Traralgon's led this game so far from start to finish here in the first quarter. Because we all know how good Moe are in the second half, especially coming from behind. And they did that last week to Mafra. Jennings, left side, back to Delangelo, drives on Shelley, and a foul's been called.
And that one's a raffle. It could have gone either way. And it looks like it was...
I think it was on Shields, I think.
Yeah.
Blocking foul. So it is Chelsea Delangelo at the line, shooting 2 for the Traralgon T-Birds. Makes the first. Hopefully enjoying our coverage here on Smash FM and Falcons TV. The CBL Gippsland Conference Finals from the Latrobe Leisure Centre. And Delangelo has made both at the line. Of course, coming up after this, it is Warragul take on Churchill, the home team going for back-to-back championships. That's coming up next. So here's Anderson on the left side, guarded heavily by Thornburn, and then a foul's been called here on Traralgon, and that is their 15th foul on Traralgon. So that means that puts them in the bonus. And it's 2 shots. It'll be Bree Anderson going to line, shooting 2. I must say, Andrew, it is, you can't find a seat in this place. It is a sellout right here.
Oh, there's still a few seats. Around the place, but by the time the men's game comes around, I think it's going to be rather tight.
Bree Anderson's missed the first. Bree Anderson needs to get on her shooting game in today's game. What's the go here? The referees just talking to each other. Nothing against. Oh, it's a tech foul, is it?
No. I think they're not quite certain who the shooter is supposed to be.
I think it should be on Bree Anderson because she actually got fouled. No, actually, well, is it going to be Ellie Shields? Going to go to Ellie Mae Shields. Will go to line for Moe Meteors. I'm sure.
So the refs are giving it to the wrong player. The coaches, the Moe coaches let them know, and eventually they've given it to the right player. But only 1 shot.
And it's missed both at the line. Because one from Anderson, one from Shields. So with 2 minutes to go, it's 16-9 in favour of Traralgon. Joyce, Jennings, D'Angelo. Now to Pearce, drives him back to the right. Jennings for 3, banks it home. Actually, it might be a 2, sorry, Andrew. It's a deep 2, so it's not just stepped on the line. So 18-9, and I must say they've hit their outside shots so far, Traralgon. They haven't really missed from outside.
I think they've only had 1, maybe 2 attempts from inside.
And a turnover stepped on the line, and that means it's out it goes. There'll be a turnover. Moe will be a little concerned right now because Moe, well, even though they've come back from 26 points down against the defending champs in the regular season, they've made some huge comebacks from going from behind at half time, but you can't do that in the grand final series, especially against the T-Birds. 18-9 score on a warm day here in Churchill. Here's Davies with 2, missed, rebound, and floated to Anderson, who's wide open. CMB with the rebound, so another offensive rebound by Moe. Shelley with a fresh 24 into the Pawtucket minutes. Drives in now. Shelley had to pop it up. She always got the rebound. And here comes T-Birds and through Delangelo. 2-on-2. Swings it inboard. Joyce stops and prots. Back at her dirt. Turns over. CMB with the ball. Then she almost got the turnover. Got script. And it's D'Angelo with the ball. 10 seconds between the game and the shot clock. And a foul's been called against Moe.
Head contact.
And that puts them in the penalty.
So both teams in the bonus now?
Correct. 29.33 seconds. I haven't seen that before in the basketball game. 29.33 to be exact. Joyce makes the first. So that's 19-9 already. They've already opened up a 10-point lead. CMB with another defensive rebound, and here comes Anderson with the ball. CMB for three. No. Rebound by the T-Birds. We've got 13 seconds left to end the first quarter. D'Angelo drives in, fires a two, bakes it home. 3 seconds left. Here we go, they've got to go. Long shot, it's a half-court prayer, and misses. And that is quarter time here, Andrew. 21-9 here. Moe find themselves in a very familiar position again. Down this time by 12 points, 21-9. And how have you seen this first quarter, Andrew?
Well, again, as I said, it's all down to the outside shooting of the T-Birds. They really have been quite devastating with all of that. The Moe girls, great possession. They've been picking up offensive and defensive rebounds. They've probably had the better of the steals along the way, you know, their shooting percentages let them down, and a great example of that was just the difference between the free throw shooting at either end there. So what you saw was when Moe, with all the confusion about who was supposed to be shooting there for the Meteors, missing both of their free throws, whereas down the other end, you know, good conversion rate straight after. So if they do get into the bonus, if they do get to that position of having those shots, they just simply have to make them. Free throws make games.
Absolutely, especially in tight, close finals games in particular. So 21-9 score. Moe, they've been in this position before many times throughout the season and have come back and won. And I must say they love coming from behind, Andrew. So of course at this stage, 21-9 score here at quarter time. We're about to start the second quarter here. Thanks to Watson Holt and HSB Bundoora. Back to sleep. Patoki is simply the best. And Smash Enterprise. We'd like to thank the Latrobe Leisure Centre here in Churchill for their hospitality. And of course the Churchill Blue Devils are making this all happen for us here. Of course, don't forget, myself, Wilter and Andrew Seabrook will be judging the MVP in both games, which will have a Smash FM polo shirt for the winner of our MVP in the grand final, in both grand finals this afternoon, or tonight, I meant to say. And we're about set to go. Traralgon with the ball, and it will be Cindy Wellington, who had actually a very good season for Traralgon this season, with the ball. Gives it now to Thornburn. Sexton. Traralgon would like to increase his lead. Currently at 12. And then another turnover with step out of bounds call. Of course, we'll hopefully be joined by a couple of the Churchill girls. Of course, defending the holders of the last 2 championships in the women's program. They'll be coming up at half time. So this is Shelley, brings it in ball now to CMB, drives in for 2, and then there's a foul, and there'll be 2 shots. Well, Andrew, this is Moe's test now. They got to hit their free throws.
They certainly do. Certainly do.
Carlia Mullen Banaconi, or CMB, she likes to be called. She's missed the first. So there's probably the difference there already. 2 from 6 so far for Moe. 2 from 7. So 9.5 remaining. And Traralgon open up a 12-point lead. D'Angelo. Swings inbound. Thornburn misses. Rebound now for CMB, and here comes Horn. Long pass inboard now. This is Coots with the ball. And then out it goes as it tries to go for Josh Shelley. And Shelley will bring it back into play here for Moe. Shelley to Coots. Lost the handles, got it back. Horn to Shelley. Right side. C&B down the low post. Here's a fadeaway jumper. Short. Rebound by Jennings. And here comes Sexton for the Traralgon T-Birds. Traralgon, their last championship was 4 years ago. And of course, Moe, their last one was 25 years ago, which was the old SBL days. Here's the chance here now for Jazz Shelley. Drives around the basket, banks it home there off the glass. The margin now is 10, 21-11, and that's exactly what Moe has to keep doing.
Yeah, and again, it's that transition game that's made the difference there. They certainly can get down the floor and they can score on that drive. They are just struggling when they bring it down and get caught outside.
And I tell you what, defensively, Moe has done fantastically well on the defensive end, double teaming at just the right time. So 21-11, 8:14 remaining here. Here comes Shelley with the ball. Back to the left side is Davies, now to C&B on the left side. Back to the top is Horn, right side now as they swing the ball. Here it's Shelley. C&B with the screen, back in board. C&B now down on a low post, lost the handles, and here comes Thornburn. Now D'Angelo on a 3-on-1. D'Angelo misses. Now Traralgon's done miss some shots here, and unfortunately that pass there, she tried to tap it out it goes. Then I tell you what, this intensity is starting to build the nerves. Forget about the nerves now, that's already been done in the first quarter. It's now, this is where the real game starts. Thornburn to left side. Pierce, here's Sexton for three. Misses. Rebound now, and here they come. C&B. Sexton almost got the steal. Now to Horn, left side. Back to the top. Got to find the possession. Turns it over.
That's not what they need to do. They have to get some pressure on the scoreboard there, and simple errors like that are not going to do it for them.
Jamie Lee Pierce banks at home, so margin is 12, 23-11 on the Watson Holden HSB Bundoora scoreboard. 7 minutes remaining. Davies, Horn, round around the baseline, and out it goes. It goes back to Traralgon. So 3 big errors so far for Moe has cost maybe 4 points. 7 minutes remaining. Moe just need to keep their composure here. They can't get too far behind. They need to be within single digits by halftime. Here's Pierce, short, rebound by Horn. They've done all the offensive and all the rebound and the hustle plays so far, Moe. Shelley with a jumper, short. Coots kept it in, and she threw it straight to Traralgon, and there was no Moe there to keep it in. Here's Sexton with the ball. Shelley tried to go for the steal. Sexton will drive in, swings it back up to the top. Jennings with an open 2, misses. Another rebound this time by Delangelo. She's dangerous from in the offensive end. Here's another offensive rebound, so that's 2 offensive rebounds by Traralgon. Sexton with an open 3, misses, rings in and out. Rebound by Pierce, foul's got to be called. And 2 shots. And Traralgon starting to pick up the pace.
Yeah, they're certainly pushing a little harder, but they have to because their shooting percentage has dropped off in the last couple of minutes.
Pierce missed the first at the line.
And where Moe has been very good at picking up the boards, Delangelo picking up 3 offensive boards in a row was a bit telling.
Shelley with the ball now, missed both at the line. And that will be a foul against Traralgon. Shelley to put it back into play for the Moe Meteors. Coots, back to Shelley, right side. Back to the top now is Horn. C&B down in the paint, drives it on the cold plays and banks it home there. And we're back to 10 points again. 23-13, we're just under 6 minutes remaining. Great to see the sunshine's now out, but the conditions a little bit variable this time. 30 degrees outside at the moment here in Churchill. D'Angelo, bounce passes. In boy, Sexton lost the handles, and that's not the person to give it to. It is Shelley on Pierce on, and I think that would be count it! And I tell you what, Jamie Lee Pierce cannot believe it. That is her 3rd Timeout to Traralgon. And I don't know exactly what happened there, Andrew.
That's a great move from the youngster. I cannot believe if the ages in the program are right. I cannot believe that you got Jasmine Shelley pulling a move like that as a 14-year-old over one of the Pierce sisters. And down the other end, you've got Chelsea D'Angelo, also 14, who's just been devastating today.
And Andrew, I can definitely tell you all the ages in the program, especially for the women's, are correct.
Well, all I can say is they can join my under-16 team anytime they want to.
Well, how did they go anyway on Friday night?
My girls got up, so we're on top of our pool at the moment, which is a great thing. So, and you know, that's what happens in the VJBL. It sometimes takes a while to get the team together and to start putting results together. But we've now won, I think, the last 4 games straight. So.
This is great to see, and of course you had to go from one place to the other in a very quick hurry on Friday night. I don't know where you were exactly for the first game, but then you had to go to Craigieburn of all places.
Montmorency with the under-12s, and then Craigieburn, and then down here to Churchill today. And
Jess Shelley banks both make the bonus, so 3-point play there. And I tell you what, man, we're back within 7 now. They're starting to hit their shots, and Traralgon also a little bit disorganised at the moment. Back to the top now, back to the right. It's Sexton with the ball. There is no drive to the ball. Oh, great block there by Shelley. Drives down the other end here for Moe. Shelley drives and fires and misses the layup. Rebound now. Shelley with the ball now for Moe. Here's Davis with an open 2. Misses. Rebound now. It's a great... Oh, another steal here from Moe. And Horn with the ball. 7-point game. Shelley with the ball. The minor premiers are starting to come back. Davies missed a 2, and here they come now for Thornburn. Down the other end here is Burke, and we'll go line shooting 2. And I tell you what, Moe had missed 4 big opportunities to cut the margin back to 5, and now a chance for 4-point turnaround here and put Traralgon up by 9.
Yep, they're things that they just can't miss.
Well, it's just lucky.
Keely Burke misses the first.
Let's tell you what, both teams need to practice their free throw shooting because both teams have been terrible at the line. And, well, as soon as I said that, they finally made a free throw. 24-16. I'm sure, Andrew, as a coach yourself, that'd be one focus of the game, making free throws.
It's the one that, as a coach, you tear your hair out over.
Shelley with the ball, drives up for 2, short, rebound.
Gee, she's got some great moves, this young lady.
Shelley again, misses again. I'll tell you what, she hasn't been missing by much. And I tell you what, she's playing forward and guard in today's game, according to the program. And I must say, I definitely agree with that. Sexton with the ball, down low in the low post, and there is another foul. And that is their 3rd here, Moe. 4 minutes remaining. 4:02 to be exact, 24-16. I said that Moe had to be within single digits by half-time. At the moment, they're under single digits.
Well, they've won this quarter so far with 4 minutes to go.
Here's Burke for 2, short. Rebound, I tell you what, Jess Shelley.
And again, she's the one that got the tap on that rebound. She tapped it to her teammate.
Offensive foul, though.
But then an offensive foul.
That is her 2nd. That's all right. That's only her 2nd. And maybe did a little too much that time. And talking about another star who's a 14-year-old, Chelsea D'Angelo is about to have the ball now as she just came straight from the bench. It'll be a great matchup. Of course, Shelley guarding Joyce, and D'Angelo being guarded by Horn. So far, tapped it out the top, Sexton for 3 on the way, and misses. I'll tell you what, the threes haven't fallen so far. Pierce base number 2. Timeout's been called. Timeout, Moe.
And they really need to use the timeouts wisely today. It is a hot day, but it's also quite humid in the stadium, so the girls need to make certain that they are getting a bit of a rest and plenty of fluids.
Absolutely, and
Fluids.
And I must say, it is stinking hot at the moment because no aircon. That's the only probably downside to this stadium. Is there is no aircon, but they have put the fans on. Well, I think they have. Yeah, they have. So that's probably the only positive out of this. They've got fans in here, but the problem is there's no real aircon here. So they have to use, as you mentioned, Andrew, they have to use the timeouts very wisely, both teams. So 26-16 score. Of course, other games in the grand final series, in the conference finals. Out in the northeast, it is Shepparton and Wodonga. There's no love lost in that one. Those two teams have met, Andrew, in the last 4 grand finals in the women's program. Wodonga and Shepparton up there in the northeast. And all those grand finals have been close too. And of course, down in the southeast, southwest, I meant to say, it is with Mount Gambier take on Warrnambool. Warrnambool used to be in the Big V, no longer. I hope that program will be up and firing.
That's only the girls, though, isn't it?
That's the girls.
Yeah.
Of course, the men, so of course, play in the Big V at the moment. Here's Horn for Moe as we're back to live action. Here is Davies who swishes that 2-pointer home. And it's 8-point lead, 26-18. Moe with no fouls to give. Traralgon with 1 more foul to give. So here's Joyce with the ball. D'Angelo, guarded by Shelley. This time Horn's got it. CMB almost got the steal. Pierce base it home. So Pierce has got the last 2 offensive rebounds, and both of them are both Traralgon points. Coots with the ball, double team, back out now, Horn, here's Shelley for 3 on the way, short. And they'll leave it out here, Traralgon.
All long. Went straight over there, Will.
Correct. Here's D'Angelo with the ball. It'd be great to see Shelley and D'Angelo go head to head, because both of them actually played in the same countryside recently in Albury. Here's D'Angelo's misses a 3 as well. Another rebound this time by Burst. Where's back to the top is Joyce. D'Angelo with the ball. To the right side, bounce pass inboard here. Oh, and D'Angelo's lost the handles. As I mentioned, Andrew, it'd be great to see D'Angelo and Shelley playing on against each other.
Yeah, they're slightly different players though, so D'Angelo's probably more of a 3-4, whereas Shelley's a 2-3.
And CMB's picked up a second, and that's team foul number 5. That's the bonus. And Traralgon go line. Two shots for Traralgon.
The ref's finally working that one out.
We're minute 51, and it will be Jamie Lee Pierce at the line. Let's see if they can make free throws. No, missed the first. One or two. 11 points margin here. 1:50 remaining here in Churchill. Shelley to CMB. Back to the right now is Horn. Drives around the baseline. Puts it down to Cruz. Bounce pass out to Shelley, who was wide open. She'll decide to drive instead. Oh, great play to Cruz, who fakes the play and bakes it home. And Shelley made it all happen there, Andrew. And it's 29-20 in favour of Traralgon. Minute 26 remaining. Joyce to Sexton. Right side to D'Angelo. Currently 4 players out of the Energy team are out on the floor at the moment. D'Angelo bakes it home. Margin is 11. Chance here now for Moe. To the right now. CMB for 3. Got it! Well, that puts the margin back to 8 with under a minute remaining in the Pawtucket minute, and there's a travel against Traralgon. What a big, huge 3 there. Shelley with the ball. Bounce passes now. Here's an open 2 here for Coots. Short. CMB with another offensive rebound. So they picked up many offensive rebounds here, Moe. We're down to 38 seconds left. Here's Davies. Short. Rebound now by Pearce, and here they come up the floor here. Here's D'Angelo for the Traralgon T-Birds. Inboard now. Sexton for 3. Got it! Margin regains at 11 points. Shelley with the ball. Shelley now. To the right side. It's Coots. We're down to 5 seconds. Down to 4. Down to 3. Down to 2. CB for 3. No. And there is halftime here. Traralgon 34. Moe 23 here in the CBL Gippsland Conference Finals. And a great game we've seen so far. And what we might do, Andrew, is okay. We might go to a break, take a bit of a breather, and we'll come back in just a moment. Welcome everyone back here to our coverage here of the CBL Gippsland Conference Finals between the Moe Meteors and the Traralgon T-Bears at half-time. It is 34-23, and Andrew, first half, pretty much most of the play went to Moe, but Traralgon, with the more accurate shots from deep within, have made them pay so far. So 34-23. Here we go. Traralgon to put it back into play here. And here we go. Start of the second half is underway. It is the championship quarter, like to call it, and let's see who win the championship quarter, which might decide this game. Here is Pierce with 3 shorts. And a foul, no. Not sure what the call there was. But out it goes though. And it'll be a Moe ball. So 34-23, 8:42 remaining, knocked out of bounds by Pierce. Because Pierce is playing with 3 fouls. Well, Jamie Lee is. Danny's playing with 2 for Traralgon. Shelley's playing with 2 as well for Moe. Because CMB with 1 foul only to her name. CMB back up the top. Plunkett for 3. No, ins and outs. And here they come up the court here. 9.5 remaining. Here they come now. Back to the left. Chance here. Here's the 2. Missed. Rebound by Pierce. Another offensive rebound. Put back no good. CMB almost got it. And a foul's been called. Who is it on? Is it on Traralgon? Is it on Moe? It is on. It's on Moe. And it is Traralgon at the line, and it's Jamie Lee Pierce at the line shooting 2. So ball back into play here. And Mace, both at the line, 36-23. And I don't know what Moe can do at the moment. They're down by 13. They've come from half this margin in the regular season by 26 against Churchill, 1 from behind. That was at home though, and it was against Churchill, which they were the defending champs. But they're not going to be after this because, well, firstly they didn't make the final. So here they come up the floor here now for Traralgon. Leading now in the first minute. They won the quarter so far by 2. That's the only 2 points. The Stetson just drive right into trouble. And Shelley with the ball. Shelley now for Moe. Drives. Sends to CMB and misses. So Moe hasn't quite hit their shot so far. Sexton with a jumper. Bakes it home. And Andrew.
So danger signs. Real danger signs here for Moe.
15 points. 23 points for the whole half.
They had started to claw it back, which was pretty good, but
so 38-23, 8:15 remaining. Shelley with the ball to CMB. This is Horn. Drives. Oh, great pass inboard to Shields, who bakes it home. That's the points they needed.
yeah, but now they've got to get a number of stops, and they then have to convert those. And what they haven't been good at is converting.
38-25. Third quarter action here, and
Good
well,
turnover, so there's the first stop.
now they need to get it in. They've got as further as 8 points.
So look, the tempo has definitely dropped from what we had through that second quarter.
This is Shields back out to CMB. Inside we go, back to Coos, and then the foul's been called. No, it's baseline shot. Ball back into play. So one foul apiece for both these teams in the third quarter. Plunkett puts it up, no good. So another missed opportunity there for Moe, and here comes Traralgon. The T-Birds. Right side, back to the top. Sexton for three on the way. No, short. Rebound now. It's a scramble. This might be a jump ball, and Moe will have possession. Meteors, they need to cut the margin back to within at least 6. Probably about 6 points by three-quarter time.
So that's 2 stops that they've got. They've got 1 possession out of the 2 stops. They have to get one here.
CMB with the ball. Guarded by Pearce, drives around the baseline, chucks it back to Shields, and that's a travel, is it? No,
it's a foul. It's a foul.
Ooh, very close to a travel though, Andrew.
Yeah, no, the foul definitely came before it.
So Pearce picks up her 4th. That's a big, big play there. Jamie Lee with her 4th. Shelley drives, swings. Oh, where was that ball going? Out it goes, and another turnover. So 2 turnovers for Traralgon, and they haven't converted on any of them. And the danger player now in Chelsea Delangelo is on the court for Traralgon. So 6.5 remaining. Delangelo to Sexton. Joyce wide open. Shorts. Rebound by Delangelo. Put back. Shorts. Rebound by Shields. Here comes Plunkett. Another possession they've stopped. And this time they've converted. It's back to 11. 38-27 now, Andrew. And we got a bit of a ball game here. Sort of. D'Angelo drives in the baseline, swings it back, turns it over. Here comes, there's another stop. So they've stopped the last 5 plays for Traralgon. And Moe have only converted on 1 of those so far. And that's another turnover this time for Moe, and then a foul's going to be called. Andrew, 5 possessions, 1 conversion.
Yeah, didn't need to reach in at that point in time there. That was Ashley Horn. They had the double team. She just needed to smother the ball, keep her body in on the player.
Traralgon, another opportunity. Last week, Traralgon led by 16, and Churchill got within 2 with 7 minutes to go in the last, and end up winning by 8. And another short shot. Here's a 2 here by Jennings, and the coach of Traralgon there in Wayne Royal thought that should have been a foul as well. Not to be. 13-point game. Here's Shields. Fakes it. Banks it up. No good. Rebound now by Delangelo, and off they go up the court here for Traralgon. 2 on 3. Delangelo stops and props. Back to the top now is Joyce from Jennings. Joyce now to Sexton. Shot clock down to 10. Into Jennings again. Back to the top now is Joyce. Joyce with a fadeaway there, so no good that time. And Shields with the rebound. I don't know what Moe can do at this stage. They're missing great opportunities. And there's another turnover here for Moe, and here they come. And D'Angelo misses. And then I think the coach has just been warned here for Traralgon. 1 more, and that's a tech.
Yeah, look, he was really lucky there because the player had actually travelled. It was almost a double dribble there.
Plunkett to Shelley. Oh, there's a foul. Well. So that is the 3rd. And a very low-scoring game.
Yeah. What the T-Birds were doing well in the first half was pushing the ball down, moving it quickly. Sorry, not the T-Birds, the Meteors. That stopped. So they've got a...
Well, I wonder what was said at half-time from Moe, because whatever was said hasn't helped so far. Here's Pearce from a long 3, short. Of course, she's playing with 4 fouls at the moment. Here's a chance here now for Plunkett. Drives around the court. Oh, there's the foul here on Joyce. It's a moving foul. And the Traralgon T-Birds fans not happy with that call. And it's a shooting here. And it's Demi Plunkett at the line. And I tell you what, Andrew, they need to convert on these free throws. No, first missed. If there's any way that Moe can come back, they've got to hit their free throws. They've missed. Well, they've hit 1 or 2 that time. Margin's cut to 12. I'm surprised the coach hasn't taken Jamie Lee Pearce off at the moment. She is playing with 4 fouls right now. So it'll be interesting to see what Moe can do here, because Moe should recognise that she's playing with 4 fouls at the moment. As Shields with the ball, and there's another foul. And that puts them in the bonus. Here, Moe. Traralgon over the penalty. And Andrew, they need to hit their free throws now. They've got Traralgon in the penalty.
And they have to. Again, if I was the Moe coach, I'd be getting a quick time out here, and I'd be getting the guys to drive, to push the ball, drive, and they've got to take advantage of the fouls. They've got them in the bonus.
Cuts the margin to 11 with 1 from 2 at the line. So combined in this quarter, they are now 2 from 8. Traralgon 2 from 2 so far at the line. As Darren misses a 2. Rebound now is Plunkett with the ball. Plunkett with the ball. Gives it off now to CMB. Shelley on the right. Back to CMB. Both of them being very quiet on the scoring side of things in this quarter. But this time CMB's missed it. And the rebound now for Traralgon. Thornburn. Wide shot to Joyce. Blocked by Shelley. But she gathered up and bakes it home. Margin back to 13. Horn with the ball, because both of us will judge the MVP, which you will get a Smash FM shirt. Of course, as part of our MVP prize. Here's a 3 on the way, short, and here they come again. And at the moment, it is Traralgon in control. 3 minutes to go, and Traralgon hasn't cut that lead at all. Uh-oh, Jamie Lee Pearce wide open. Oh, missed everything. Out it goes. Somehow missed everything.
Yeah, I'd like to see the stat sheet actually, and see how the 2 youngsters have actually gone head to head there.
Because that's Jess Shelley and Chelsea Delangelo.
Yeah.
The 2 14-year-olds. And I guess who's got, it's a foul on CMB. That's her that's her second, 13th foul. Timeout's been called. Timeout to Traralgon.
Yeah, now that's a good timeout from the coach there. Actually trying to get them to settle down there. They can't afford to foul too much. So yeah, quite a good timeout.
Of course, the coach there is Wayne Royal, of course, Traralgon. Wonder what Leslie Merkley from the Moe Media coach be saying to her players right now. Because whatever they did in the first half is gone missing in this third quarter. Moe, they haven't picked up the hustle play which they've done the whole first half, and they're starting to take a couple of turnovers here, and because Traralgon have shut down Jess Shelley and Carly Mullen-Bianconi so far.
So with 2 minutes to go, I think they could certainly take the risk of Moe could take the risk of actually pressing the ball down, either a zone press or perhaps a half-court man. But they've dropped back into the zone there. It's a 2-3 zone.
Well, it's left Thornburn open.
And that's the danger. That's the danger.
So great timeout by Traralgon has put them up by 16 now. 2:21 remaining. Is the Moe dream run coming to an end? Basket waved off. And actually went in too, by the way. Waved the basket off. And that puts Moe in the bonus. Moe in the bonus. With 2:17 remaining. Horn at the line with the 2. Makes the first. Where will be a sizable margin for Moe to be at 3/4 time? Of course, they missed 1 from 2 of the line, so margin 15. 2:10 remaining. D'Angelo to Joyce for 3. Well, that's a killer right there, Andrew. Two 3-pointers. 18 points now. Well,
and again, Traralgon back to what they were doing in the first quarter.
Here's D'Angelo. Up and under. Foul. That's 4th on Moe. And I hate to say it, Andrew, this grand final is starting to slip away in a hurry.
So I think she gets 1 out of the 2. I think you could basically kiss it goodnight.
Chelsea D'Angelo at the line, shooting 2 for Traralgon. Base 1.
And there's a 20-point margin. I don't see that Moe has the ability to cut that back in 10 minutes.
Well, let's see how they can go now. It's Davies base to 2. So 18 points now. They need to make plenty of stops and then got to hit their shots too.
Yeah, but the problem is that they're not getting enough of the stops there. And they're not going to do it with just simply playing a zone.
And another offensive rebound by Traralgon. Durham again misses the 2.
There's the foul.
And that puts them in the bonus too. So both teams in the bonus. Well, it's great to see Jess May and Sinead Greaves just turn up at the venue. Of course, they just came from the Melbourne Boomers' great win over the Dandenong Rangers at the State Basketball Centre. Of course, Jess May used to be, I think, the captain out here at Churchill. One of the key players in their Churchill 2 championship runs. Of course, now, playing for the Boomers this season. But here's Jess Shelley for Moe. Here, Horn. Oh, it goes up and under. Nope. Another rebound by Shields. Bounce passes out to Davies. Davies for another pull-up jumper. Misses. Rebound by Horn. No. It's on there by D'Angelo. D'Angelo and Shelley now. It is based on there, D'Angelo. And for Moe, well, they've come back from behind before, but the problem is now they've got to do it from 21 points down. Here is the 2 there for Shields. CMB has picked up the rebound even though she lost control of the foot in there. Another miss. And a rebound now. Got it back in board. Oh, great pass to Shields, who bakes it home. 19 points. 19-point lead to Traralgon. The championship is almost in hand. D'Angelo. Inboard. Goes in now to German. Back to the top now. Here is Thornburn for 3. Misses. Rebound. Thornburn up and missed everything. I must say, though, they had a fresh 24. Not sure what happened there for Traralgon. But Moe a chance. And they've got 3 seconds to do it. Turnover. Pierce from half court. Prayer, no good. And there's 3/4 time, Andrew. 19 points to margin to Traralgon, 53-34. And I tell you what, Andrew, Moe will have to pull off the comeback of the century to win this game.
Yeah, they certainly are going to need a lot of stuff happening, and I don't know that they've got the legs. I mean, I cannot understand why the coach persisted with the zone And why she didn't call a timeout earlier when the Traralgon T-Birds were in foul trouble to get the girls taking advantage of that. They're not targeting Pearce, which has probably proved to be quite a big mistake. She's on 4.
Yep.
And they really should be getting her off the floor.
Well, of course, coming up next is the home team, the Churchill Blue Devils, the reigning champions. They take on the Warragul Warriors, who are the minor premiers in season 2015. That's up next. Of course, it's actually, funny enough, a grand final rematch of last year. Of course, Warragul and Churchill, they're back again in the big dance, this time here in Churchill. Because we've already seen Churchill play in the men's, because that was in that, well, probably one of the comebacks of the century in, as Western Port self-destruct in that game. Down at the Steeler Dome. And of course, Warragul did exactly the same in round 1, which I was out at Moe. They've persisted with the same lineup here. The problem is they've got to make probably the next 3 or 4 stops and got to convert in all those 3 or 4 stops they've got. And the one thing that Mo is good at too is from outside. They haven't hit an outside shot yet since Joe Shelley got it to close the margin back to 8 in the second quarter. Traralgon with the ball. Traralgon now officially 10 minutes away on winning this championship, unless Moe has got something to do about it. 19-point lead to Traralgon. Here we go. It's only 10 shots in it. So that means they've got to make at least 10. Of course, they're going with the same lineup, both these teams. And there's a foul first up for Moe. Bad start on the opening play. And that puts Danny Pearce at the line.
So they...
and Horns out of the game with 5. So one of their stars is gone.
Okay.
Makes the first. This is Danny Pearce. At the moment, I might give the MVP so far to Chelsea Delangelo at the moment, as Pearce has made that, of course, that's the Danny variety. Banks 2 from 2 at the line. Margin's 21. Shelley drives in and misses. And now here comes the Traralgon T-Birds. Oh, Delangelo! Oh, back into Jamie Lee Pearce. Margin's 23. Just haven't been their day today, Moe. They haven't hit their shooting at all today. CMB drives up, puts it up, no good. And well, here they come up the quarter. Here, have a guess who that is. It's Danny Pearce. Bakes it home. Well, if I was Moe right now, I would call a timeout right now. But they're not going for the timeouts, which is a little unusual. Foul's been called, and that is on Jamie Lee Pearce, and that could be 5 fouls on her. Let's have a look. I believe that should be... No, actually, I'm wrong. That's her 3rd. That's interesting. Maybe Danny's on 4. There you go. Andrew, I'm wrong. I was wrong the whole time. Danny's got 4 and Jamie's got 3. Sense it over. Foul's been called. I don't know what Mo's philosophy now is. Oh, they finally called a timeout. Bit late now. A minute gone in this final term, and it just seems like Moe there's no motivation out there anymore.
Well, certainly all of a sudden Traralgon's come out and done what I've suggested that Moe needed to do quite some time. So they've once they've got their hand on the ball, they've pushed it hard down the floor, they've run hard, and they've had 6 points in 30, 40 seconds. So it's I think it's a mountain too high for Maui at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, they've only made 34 points in 3 quarters of basketball, which is on average 11 points a quarter. On the other end, Traralgon have banked on 59, which is an average of about 20 points per quarter. And there's the line right there, 20 to 11 on average each quarter. So at the moment, Traralgon are probably going to hit 80. Maui is going to probably only get about 45 at this stage. Traralgon, and Andrew, you probably see the difference between a team that's been in the grand final before in Traralgon. Their last grand final was 4 years ago, which they won, and most of those players from that team are still there playing in tonight's game.
Yeah, and I think didn't the Pierce girls play with Southern Penn last season?
Correct.
And they also made finals?
No, they missed out. Just
missed out. But again, you know, that experience of playing in a competitive league certainly will benefit them.
Of course, this is Maui's first grand final in 25 years.
And look, to be fair, there's a lot to like, particularly about their younger players. And if they can hold on to them and bring a few more through. And there
Davies
it
went
is.
to home. So margin's 23.
There it is again, pushing the ball down quickly.
Well, Traralgon, if you're listening, of course, in Traralgon, you might as well start celebrating soon at the Bird's Nest. Because it looks like your team might be on their way to a victory here and a championship, which will represent the Gippsland Conference in a couple of weeks' time in Shepparton. They've just turned it over, though. Here they come down the other end. Here Shelley brings it up. Shelley gives it off to Coots, who bakes it home, and the margin back to 21. Now, Maui's made the last 4 points to cut it to 21. That's the only problem. Back to the top now. Left side now, Delangelo. In my mind, probably most likely be the MVP. Delangelo drives in, up for 2 with a floater, no good. Rebound now, kept it in, and Davies picks it up. Davies with the ball now. Bounce pass, Shelley, blocked there by Hodgson, who, fun enough, is also a 14-year-old. We've seen big plays by 3 14-year-olds out there so far against the big older players. And another turnover here for Maui. And the fast break here for Chelsea Delangelo. And banks it home. The margin is 23. Start to celebrate Traralgon, because you're going to be on your way representing the Gippsland Conference in the CBL. In the CBL final series, which will be played in a couple of weeks. Bounce passing ball now. Delangelo. Oh, great passing ball. Here's Pierce. Misses. Rebound now, and it's going back to Danny Pierce, who's playing with 4 fouls. Drives in now. Here's a 2 on the way. Bakes it home about Chelsea Delangelo. So, Shelley with the ball. 25 points, the margin so far. Here's C&B for 3. No. And the rebound now. So after Maui had cut the margin to 21, from 25, is back to 25 again. I think both teams are just going through the motions at the moment. Andrew?
Well, I think some of the team are. I don't think any of those youngsters are. I think they want to play it out. You look at the energy they're sprinting down the floor, they're moving the ball. It's great.
Shelley. Oh, great pass to Coots, who fouled by Hodgson. Oh, sorry, no, that's D'Angelo, sorry. Timeout's been called. Timeout to Traralgon. That is their second timeout. And Andrew, where was this game won and lost?
Well, again, my mind, it's two things. The great shooting percentage in that first quarter from the T-Birds, and conversely, the very poor shooting percentage from Moe in that first quarter. Even though they did enough on the boards and down the floor to win possession, they just couldn't get it there. And then I thought, again, when the T-Birds were in that foul trouble in the third quarter, the Moe coach just did not take advantage of that. Did not exhort her players to get right stuck in there, force the extra fouls, force the Traralgon coach to get his key players off and get the bench on. And now he can afford to put the bench on, and they can play with abandon, which is what you're seeing.
Correct. So this is Ellie Coots at the line, another 14-year-old.
Yeah, look, the young kids have been fantastic. I've been really impressed with them.
Missed the first. Banks, 1 or 2. Margin's 24. Margin back to 24 points. 6:13 remaining. Margin is 24 points with 6:13 remaining. Ball back into play. Now Sexton with the ball. Now to Joyce. To Sexton. Down low now. It's Pierce back to the top. D'Angelo for 3. Short. Rebound now and off they go. Davies to Cruz. Gonna be a jump ball. And it goes back to Moe. I think at this stage, Andrew, I think I'm going to give the MVP so far to Chelsea D'Angelo at the moment.
Yeah, she's been great. She shoots from outside. She drives inside. She's been great on the board, both offensively and defensively.
And she's pretty much made the difference coming off the bench, of course. She didn't start in this game, which is very unusual. D'Angelo to Joyce. Banks in board now. Jennings stopped it there. At the top now, it's D'Angelo. Sexton for 2. No. Rebound now. And it is Shields with the rebound. CMB with the ball back to Shelley. 5.5 remaining. Marshall's 24. Foul shot called here on Sexton. And if that went in, it would have counted because Shelley still had the ball as she was trying to the basket. But instead, the shot didn't go in. That's the 13th foul.
Yeah, shot was before the foul was before the shot, so it's a baseline ball.
Shelley to Shields. Fade away, turn around, no good.
And a flop afterwards.
And the ref wasn't going to let that one happen. Bounce pass. This is Jennings, who somehow, I don't know how she got that out, but anyway, here's Jamie Lee Pierce. And there's back to 26. Timeout's been called. And the margin's back to 25 again. 26, sorry. 65-39. Timeout's been called. And it went to Traralgon, so that is their third timeout. And that's their final timeout. We'll have some players with us eventually, after the presentations a little bit later on. Then Andrew will be set for a grand final rematch of last year, Churchill and Warragul, which Churchill won in a close match in last year's grand final, which was played at Corumburra.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Of course, we saw the Churchill men play Westernport down at Somerville. What was that, about 6 weeks ago, something like that?
Yep, and
good game there. That
well, let's face it though, Westernport really probably kicked themselves out of that game more than anything.
They certainly did. Certainly did. But the Churchill men are certainly a force to be reckoned with.
Back to live action now. It is CMB with the ball. Back to Davies. And another foul. That's their fourth. You just got a feeling Race are trying to even up, trying to get as many fouls in Traralgon as possible. They're about to hit the bonus soon. And just to try and cut this margin. Here's CMB for three. No. I'll tell you what, they haven't hit their outside shots at all in today's game. And here's Sexton with the ball. Right side, swings it back now. Burke. Oh, blocked there by Shields. And
yeah, that looked like a change of mind from a shot to a pass there.
Davies drives in. Fires, trying to go for CMB, turns it over, and Jennings picks it up. Joyce with the ball. Joyce, Shelley's trying to do a pickpocket play on Joyce, but instead, where Sexton wide open, another Fessy rebound, and Joyce will pick it up. Inboard now, drives that to the top. Joyce with the ball. Back now here for Burke, who misses. Rebound now by CMB, and Davies with the ball. Davies swings it inboard to and Shelley will go line shooting two, and that puts him in the bonus. I'm sure Mo will be back better than ever next season, of course, in 2016, Andrew.
Yeah, as I said, there's lots of signs that they've got a great little squad there, and I'm absolutely amazed at the quality of their youngsters.
24 points. Traralgon in front, 65-41. Burke back up now, bounce pass to the right. Here's Joyce, now to Sexton. Inboard now, here's the chance, he turns it over that time there as it was trying to go for Edenbert that time. So we've got a couple of sisters on the court at the moment, and that pass tried to go for Shelley, out it goes. Nice. Oh, it's actually going against Traralgon. It's a Moe ball.
Well, that took all the players by surprise.
I think Moe thought there wasn't their ball. Well, it didn't really matter anyway because another turnover here. Up for two, short that time by Keely Burke, and a rebound now by Cruz. Left side now to Davies. Davies with a jump back pull up, no good. Rebound put back there, no good there by Cruz, and rebound with the ball. And here comes Traralgon. 3 minutes remaining. Sexton. Oh, not out it goes. .24 points the margin. Up for two, short, and it'll be a foul. That puts him the bonus. And Jazz Shelley will go line shooting two. So Jazz Shelley's literally put this Moe team where they are now, pretty much. So try to keep them in the game as much as possible, and but unfortunately, her other teammates haven't quite helped her out in the cause.
There's been signs. There's been signs, but
so
hey, it's a hot day. It's a hot day.
22 points for the T-Birds. Joyce goes inbound. Oh, here's the chance. He's played away. Jump by Burke. Foul's been called, and that's Moe's third.
Another youngster. This Keely Burke's only 18.
Of course, she has a sister playing this game too. Eden, who's 19. You know, funny enough, I think they look pretty much like it, actually. Of course, but they're not twins. I found out the other day. Shelley with the ball now. She baked both at the line. Margin is 24. Here's Plunkett for 3. There we go. So Margin is back to 21 with a 3. Bounce passing board. Swings it back to the top. Joyce, left side. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. Here's the 2 shorts. And here comes Davies. Long pass now. Shelley's up the court at the moment. Stops and props by Sexton. Here's the chance for CMB. Foul's been called. CMB will go line. This will put them to 19, as you can see on our scoreboard there, on the bottom left of your screen. Of course, you're listening on Smash FM. You probably won't see that unless you're watching on Falcons TV. Banks 1.
So that's still that 20-point difference that we had at three-quarter time.
Back to 19. So, well, technically, Moe's actually won the quarter by 2 so far with those 2 free throws. But it's all too little too late. Oh, here's just Shelley. Surely she won't miss this one. She won't. Margin is 17. It's going to be a miracle if they can win this game out with about 2 minutes to go. 17 points the margin. Oh, another pickpocket play. Plunkett with it. That's Shelley with another steal. Shelley now. Foul. Tell you what, Shelley has decided, I'm going to do this all by myself.
Yeah, I really, as I said, I've really liked her game today.
She hasn't given up.
No.
You know, the team, even though the team's down by pretty much 20 most of the game, this to cut it to, missed the first, this to cut it to 16. At one stage, it was 26 at one stage. She's missed both, which is unlike Jazz Shelley to do anything about it. And it'll be a Moe ball. Minute 25. CMB. Shields, fadeaway jumper, short. And Shields with another rebound put back, another short one. And I tell you what, they both missed. Sexton up the court. Oh, unlucky not to get a foul, but anyway, continues here. Sexton 2, short again. Both times probably should have been a foul. Shelley, now to Davies, into the Patoki minutes. Here's Shields banks it home this time. 15 points now. So here we go, 56 seconds, it's almost over now. Traralgon can feel it now. They led this game from start to finish. Joyce with the ball, we're down to 10 seconds left, 42 seconds remaining. Inboard, back to the top, Sexton with a long 3, missed. Rebound now, Shelley almost got it at the end, but here's another fresh 24.
This is where they need to foul, stop the clock.
Well, Traralgon, and there's a travel. Basket waved off. Traralgon, a surprise, that was a travel, but I must say, that was a travel by a country mile. I'm sorry, but that was a travel by a country mile. Inboard now, 20 seconds left. Here's the chance here for Davies. Short, rebound by CMB, puts it back in, and the margin's back to 13. But unfortunately for Moe, it is too little too late, as Traralgon will be crowned the 2014-15 Gippsland Conference champions. Here's CMB on the buzzer, no good. But the Traralgon T-Birds have won it by 13 points, 67-54, in a great game of basketball. And Andrew, we saw a pretty good game at the end.
Yeah, and again, that was the energy that was missing from the beginning of that quarter. They that's how they needed to come out. They needed to put the pressure on, and again they missed the opportunity in that third quarter when they had Traralgon in the foul trouble, and they could have put that same pressure on there. But look, I'm certain that they'll go and look at the game tape. They'll learn from that. They'll bring in some, if they've got a few more of those under 16 kids there floating around, they're going to have a great squad going into the future.
Of course, we have to also judge our MVP, which also will get a Smash FM polo, of course, in today's game. And I'm going to give, I'm going to give mine to Chelsea D'Angelo.